Welcome to Showmance, the #1 show on YouTube doing deep dives on shows with no depth. And tonight, guys, we are covering the final installment of the Summer House Season 10 reunion trilogy. It's a special night.
Is it?
Deserving of a special wine.
I agree. I approve this message.
Yeah, as Meteor Wine said, it pairs great with reality TV.
Yeah.
And it pairs great with everything in
Everything.
life, but mostly a break. Like I thought this whole episode, and I know I said last week, like, man, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to see him. And a couple people didn't really like that. Well, boy, I don't care. I care. I love you guys, but I really don't. I'm done. I'm like,
I know you're at your limit.
finally, I'm done. I'm ready for the break, and I know that Amanda's twat face is going to be on In the City a little bit, but I don't think West is going to. Like, I hope. It's easier for me to get rid of them on that show or just ignore them or whatever, because.
Oh,
What?
sweetie,
What?
honey, sweetie, darling.
What happened?
There's an added episode next week.
What?
Una más.
Wait, of
what?
Summer House?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Bro,
So
I'm
it
sick. I
wasn't
think I'm
on-
sick next week. I'm gonna be.
Harris, are you sick next
I
week?
have a stomach bug next week. I'm gonna be barfing all week. Are you being serious or are you just being a dick?
Yeah, I mean, we're still opening the wine, so just in case anybody.
Oh, I already opened it. So that's sorry.
All right. No return policy.
Yeah, that's right. You put it out. I'm opening this shit. Sorry, Charlie.
Listen,
So-
Linda, are you being funny?
No.
No. So I was on these show days. Coke and I are going all day. We have an all day marathon of oh my god. And I when I finished it, I was like, I feel robbed. Like there's something weird about the end. Like it was very abrupt. Like it just did. It I feel like I'm like maybe this is probably wishful thinking. I know, but like I feel like they're gonna have like the cutting room floor and the extras that didn't make the actual thing. First, to kind of maybe address the things that they didn't put, like that we heard on the leaked audio that they did not put in the episodes.
Remember when they did used to have those?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they still
Sometimes
do
they do,
randomly. You know,
I never
like
watched them. I was like, if
Vanderpump
it's
has
not good
them.
enough for the show,
Yeah,
I don't want to
really.
watch
No, I'm
your
with you.
scraps.
Yeah, but if you're like for this show, I would watch it. I feel like Vanderpump had it too, and I would watch Vanderpumps. But I don't. But aside from that, no, I wouldn't either. Anyway, so next week they're gonna do. Oh, so anyway, it wasn't on the screener, and it was just this abrupt end. And so I said what I thought, and then she did her live. She's live on Twitch now. She's not doing her live streams on TikTok. So if you go there and you're trying to watch it and you can't find her, she is still streaming live, but TikTok is such an ass. There's such a bunch of assholes over there. So she moved to Twitch, so go find her there.
I feel like that's a great platform for her to do that on.
Totally, yeah.
Can I call 20? Just a quick 20? Can I get that glass?
Oh, to pour?
Yeah, let's party.
Yes.
You're going to give us all this shitty
By
news.
the way, Mike
we might as
never
well have some.
asks for alcohol in any form.
No, I only asked for Meteor wine.
Oh, excuse me.
Duh.
I don't drink, but when I do, it's
Oh, bro, can that be? It's so not classy enough for them. But if it were, I could be your most not interesting podcaster in the world. Most uninteresting podcaster in the world.
I was in a Dos Equis commercial.
Thank
just
you.
So you know.
Wait, that's really. Wait, I remember that on the beach, right?
Yeah, we filmed in
Something-
Malibu, but like in the hills. I was like an Italian woman in the hills.
Oh, that's right. I always remember doing an American Airlines commercial too.
Probably.
Or
I did every
Delta,
commercial
One
known to
Airline,
man.
something. Hey,
Hey.
shit's
hey.
getting real.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this.
What's more important than this? Thanks, Barry.
Hey, Minnie.
Barry.
Thanks, Bear.
Thanks, Meteor. Wow.
Okay, so.
Love your hobbies, Barry.
Yeah, seriously. Quality choice. Wait, so is it
God, it's so good. Sorry.
There we go.
What did you say?
That you were the one obsessed with him.
That's such people.
This is exactly my f***ing point, Amanda.
I just feel like really stupid.
You are f***ing stupid.
To be honest,
That's
you
Coke.
should feel
Fact.
stupid.
Hi,
Facts.
Coca.
Oh.
Everyone say hi to
Also,
Coca.
Get a deep conditioner.
Do you love her? Do you want full honesty, even though it could be possibly hurtful today? Yes.
Hold on.
I do love her.
Don't!
See what you're missing out if you're not on the Twitch?
That's right.
Apology to me.
After the review.
You are a dumb hoe.
Wait, who's that? Who's that? Who's,
I mean,
is that me,
far
huh?
too late.
Yeah.
Bro, if
Wait. Who's a dumb hoe?
Probably Amanda.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Amanda too.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah.
my bet. My bet's on Amanda.
You are a dumb hoe. Shut up. Yeah, you want to hear me?
Coca, the voice of America.
Yeah, really. So it's not it's a bring up the cameras and let's put people on the couches and talk about some more bullshit we didn't talk about during the reunion.
Well, no, remember they were talking about. Oh, I just had this a 3-hour conversation. Wes said I had a 3-hour conversation.
The 3-hour
with Kyle.
conversation did not come up in this final part 3 of the reunion.
No, because
it
they didn't film it
happen yet.
Kyle or West, one of them.
They both
Oh,
have.
yeah. West was on his podcast, which stop using all of this shit that you wouldn't say at all on the reunion to just go sing like a canary on your podcast. It's such base bullshit.
All right. I thought you had said that he said something on the part 3, the 3-hour, and I was like, I
about
missed
No,
that part.
that talk now.
Yeah, so
Yeah, he
none
said
of this,
on
it
his-
doesn't matter. None
Oh,
of this
okay.
will go in because.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if this was in. Sorry.
Kyle said on Watch What Happens that they were going to do a 3-hour talk. And then he said, somebody that was sitting next to him was like, when is that happening? And he goes, apparently tomorrow. Like, I guess they were like, they were going back and forth about it. And so they talked, and then Wes talked about it on his podcast. And the thing that I think is interesting, and like, I don't know if it's true. And like, listen, I've been thinking that West has been doing a bunch of shit that he wasn't doing. Like, I thought that the Italy trip was to make us stink on the day of the first reunion airing.
Yeah.
Just kind of distract from that and be like, oh, they're off living and
Same.
doing
I
whatever.
totally thought that.
I thought that the Amanda at the baseball game, which actually this still could be a thing. I thought Amanda going to the baseball game was really to steal focus from Ciara's glamour cover. And that could have been a thing actually because KJ was supposed to go with him. And then KJ bowed out because he's like, we're not friends anymore. So I didn't go. So he probably called Amanda last minute and was like, wouldn't it be hilarious? But I don't know that. But so on this specific thing, when he was talking about it on his podcast, he's like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say this. I don't know if I don't know if it's for in the city or summer house. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if it'll air or whatever. But like he says in the preview that we see, it says that he's in love with Amanda. He like literally says he's in love with her. And there's just like a part of me that wonders if he thought that this was going to be like a tag at the end of In the City. And so it was like, no, at the time, by that time we'll be broken up. But for when they watch this, they'll see, oh, I was in love, not really realizing that like, no, this is real time. Like they're going to air it a week after you shoot it, you know? Because I don't know if I think he's in love with Amanda. I don't think Wes knows what love is.
That's right.
But he might believe that he is. And I think a lot of people, one thing I just like kind of gathered about this reunion is that I think a lot of people there really want to believe that he's going to love her and leave her in like 2 seconds. And I just don't know if that's the case. It could easily be because that's who he is with everyone. So I'm not saying that like she's special, but like she seems to me like she's more embarrassed than he is. Like that even when he opens his mouth and he starts talking and she's just like, oh my God, please make it stop. Like, because he doesn't say anything good. He doesn't say anything that helps anything.
He doesn't say anything. Period.
Right, but even when he
not
does,
even good. It's gobbledygook. There is not one. I mean, run for president, Wes, because you're an asshole and you can't complete a sentence. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. But I think that Wes has more to gain by staying with her. I think that Wes is humiliated. I think he feels like a little peon ant after this. Like he just got busted in every way that you could possibly get busted. Like the whole world now knows that like you are what you are. And I just know that like everybody, and including me, I've been doing it from the day, like the first day I ever hated him. Like that he is just so ugly. And I know that he hears it. I know that he hears people saying, God, this troll, God, I mean, like, what's she even doing with him? Like, a part of me thinks that he wants to, elevate from out of this, like, little boy, like, bullshitter, liar, whatever. I think he hates it. I think it's not like the Playboy rep that he used to have. And now it's just like, you're a sociopathic piece of scum. Like, no one should even say like when they say like, we don't even know who you are, like you're living a complete double life, like behind like what's on camera is not who you are. I think that he really is feeling the burn of that and that being able to make it work with her. Sorry, I hit my lip with my headphones earlier.
Oh no.
I know. So it's like,
Why did you just look nice and sexy with some puffy
I
lips?
was putting them on and I lost it to go. Kind of start bleeding down here. Those things are deadly.
The amount of times I've done the
I'm just
exact
gonna say
same
I've done
thing.
that
Yeah,
100 times over. You are in great company.
Thank you. So I think that he thinks probably, maybe, just a shot in the dark, that if he could make this work, he would be with clearly a woman who knows how to keep a dude around. Like, I think she's just one of those girls. I don't know. Like some of those girls, like they're such idiots, but like there are just some people that have like magic spells over men. I think that she's one of those people. I have said that from the get where I was like, if they did end up getting it together, she would break him because I see that thing. I've seen it a many a times between girl in college, even in high school. Like you spot him early, you know? Anyway, I think that it would benefit him to, I think it would benefit him for this relationship to go a year at least, and for him to look like a grown-up adult who can keep a grown-up adult woman.
When we have kind of talked about this in the past, and I keep my stance, I choose my choice, where yes, we think it could combust tomorrow, or it's gonna last, but it's not gonna last.
Yeah.
That's like, there's just, in my opinion, there is no world that exists where these two are riding off into the sunset happily ever after.
No, God, no.
To have some healthy, happy relationship.
She's not riding off into the sunset healthy and happily with anyone.
By herself,
That girl is
yeah.
broken, damaged. Like, I don't even know if there's everyone can be fixed. Everyone,
Of course.
if you put your ass into it. But I think is one of those girls who will find just these kinds of relationships for the rest of her life.
As I was watching this episode, it hit me like a ton of bricks, where I was looking at Amanda, and I guess it was probably during one of the points where they were really pummeling West with stuff. And I'm looking at her thinking, oh my God, you don't know what love is. You don't know what a healthy relationship is. That's why you went from what you had with Kyle. And I know that they had good times. You can be in a toxic relationship. Listen, the way people end up in toxic relationships is because there was a good time at one time,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you, for some reason, think this is, you know, it's not normal, but it's what you know. You're okay with the arguing and the name calling, and then also being like us against the world and defending your relationship because you don't know him like I know him, and then doing that weird kind of trauma bond. But then when it's bad, you're playing the victim and they're all making me feel stupid. No, girl, you're making yourself feel stupid because of your actions. They're just telling you the facts.
Yeah.
No, I can't make you feel, like an asshole if you've done something that requires you being an asshole, you know?
Yeah.
And I really strongly feel that she doesn't know what a healthy relationship it seems like her parents have a good relationship, but we've seen them for 2 seconds. So who knows? They could go back and forth and argue and also have a toxic relationship. Because I remember in one of the episodes I just watched where they had met up with her mom and dad to talk about wedding planning. They were saying, how's the happy couple doing? And blah, blah, blah. And they started talking about the things that were annoying them about one another. And Kyle said, it's the boxes that just stay there for weeks at a time. And all of her stuff, which is never getting put away. And the dad, Amanda's dad, Frank Batula, just, rolls his eyes. And he's like, you have no idea. And the mom's like, she must get that from me. And I'm not making fun of her parents. I'm just saying you could see that the apple didn't fall far from the tree there. So I don't know if that's also what was emulated in her parents' relationship that she saw. But I am telling you, this girl does not know what healthy love, what real love looks like, and what a healthy relationship feels like, because there's just no way that you would accept this if you, and it's not a one-off, because you were with someone for 10 years that is child's play compared to West.
Yeah.
I think that, and I don't disagree with you. I don't think she understands a healthy relationship, and I don't saying this couldn't be one, but I think what Amanda thinks is a good relationship or a healthy relationship is men take care of women, like I do. I think that's her thing. And Kyle stopped. She asked him to start again. He didn't. in his head, he thought he was, because bigger picture, my company's about to fail and I got to do this thing. At that moment, West came in and took over the role of caretaker.
Yeah.
And that's her normal. That's what she thinks. She's like, oh, Kyle, bad, West, good. You know, I think it's as simple. Well, it's not simple.
Yeah,
it's extraordinarily complicated and probably a byproduct of Frank and whatever her mom's name is, you know?
Do you have something on your sweater?
Oh.
Listen,
Oh, yeah, something just got there.
maybe.
That wasn't there earlier, I don't think. Well,
I
we're
was
here
hoping
now.
the microphone would hide it, but now you pointed it out.
Shall we get into it?
I guess.
Okay. So, oh wait, I have a title of Ep that Nat's not going to use because she never uses my titles, but she laughs at them and makes me think she likes them.
That's all right. She never does anything I say either. So.
Look at us. Yay. Mike and I are going to start our own show, and we're going to do everything that we want.
Oh my God.
Put down.
Greta said,
We're
thank you
not
guys
doing
so
that.
much. It's been super real. I gotta go find my lipstick.
Idiot.
Hey, she needs her emotional support lipstick. It's right there on the desk. I just want to know, what would you...
Wait, is
sorry.
this it or is this yours?
No, that's the one Nat gave me that she doesn't like.
I just have 4 of them.
No,
Oh,
no,
wait,
no. I
she
mean,
not,
the Vaseline one.
Your cat knocked something off here.
Minnie's makeups.
Minnie's makeups.
Is that
Excuse
it?
me, can you put my supplies?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's there for
That's
my
gonna be-
client in the morning.
They're shirtless.
Okay, so do you want to hear, now that you have your
Talking.
chap lip, do you want to hear what I think you should name the episode?
Yes.
Betas on betas.
I like it.
I liked that one.
Yeah, I don't hate that either. Took me a second.
Yeah, betas on betas. Okay, she's not going to use it. It's fine.
No, I do. I like it. When Andy asked them that, who was on beta blockers, it just reminded me of my dad going, "She's on Quaaludes again."
Are beta blockers the modern day Quaalude?
No,
No,
there
and
is no modern day
also-
Quaalude,
yeah,
unfortunately.
No, that's the thing, and you can't get those anymore.
Yeah.
But he would always call everything painkiller Quaalude. You want Quaalude?
Uppers and downers.
Okay, anyway, on this episode of Betas on Betas, everyone is getting ready to come back from break. Jesse tells Mia he might cut his hair. I love how Mia is now the mother of everyone. She's like, let's talk before you do that, Jesse.
Yeah.
But also how excited Jesse was for another opportunity to talk to Mia at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I would've
Jesse
done that.
finally
Yeah,
gets
he
it.
said, he was
Something-
like, okay. I'm like, I clocked
no,
that.
not
Okay.
like that, Jesse.
Yeah.
Just, let's talk about your hair.
Yeah.
Not let's.
A guy can
Whatever.
dream.
You don't
chat,
know. Yeah,
yeah.
totally. We can have a
Also-
little coffee.
I do think we owe a debt of
Candlelight
gratitude
dinner.
to Lexi. I think Lexi did something to this guy to like set him straight, because she was so clear and straightforward with him that I do think as he looked back on that season, which was obviously a shit show for him, the reunion wasn't good, and then seeing all of this stuff with West and how he was, even just how he was operating all summer with the will they, won't they, with the
Yeah.
Ciara stuff, and he kind of wanted to hook up with her. I think he realized, like, kid, you're going down a bad path, and if you continue down this path,
Yeah.
it ain't going to be good for you. So Jesse, my hat's off to you. I salute
Wait, I
you.
thought it's off for Jesse or off for Lexi? Because Lexi's the one that
Oh.
ran the boyfriend boot camp.
Yes, Lexi, we owed a debt of gratitude, but he matriculated, and that's not nothing.
Okay.
I would like to give Lexi the credit for that, but I feel like Jesse was a little bit of a dick the first few episodes, and I can't remember. I think it was after the Ciara thing when he had to confront Ciara about his he's a jokey makeout sesh. I think that's what got Josie to be like, "Am I being a dumbass?"
No, I agree. That's why I say it's both. Like it's. I think that happened, and then this season how it was going
Right.
and all that. So I think it's a little bit of everything. But he got here, which I'm happy about. No.
No. Yes. I'm just thinking about things like there's. I need to know again what Jesse knew and when he knew it. I need to know more after we find out that he knew.
You don't believe that?
Miha.
You don't believe?
I don't know. I don't know. And there's a lot of tears, and I can't figure out where they're coming from because, like, it's just like, Jesse, this didn't happen to you. It's a lot of crying going on for old Jesse.
I feel.
Or does he want his own
Go
merch?
ahead.
Does he want his own Jesse's a mess
Jesse's
too?
also a mess.
Yeah. Hello. I'm a real life boy
It's
too. I'm also
Carl in the front and
6'5".
Jesse's on the back. That's
Yeah.
the merch.
Tall guys cry.
Yeah. That's a good
Oh, I
one.
love that.
6'5" and crying.
6'5".
Wait, what's
cry?
Six cry. Wait, what's that? 6'5", blue eyes. I'm looking for a guy in finance.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a guy in reality TV. 6'5", crier.
Cry eyes.
6'5",
Cry eyes.
wet eyes.
Gross.
Anyway, I believe Jesse. I do. I don't think he
Yeah, I do too.
knew.
And I think the crying could possibly be that. Like, dude, this was my friend. We came on here together, and this dude totally lied to me. Like fully lied to me. I even asked him, and he lied to
I
me.
know.
And
Listen,
now he's just sitting there, being like, "I'm sorry." I
no,
definitely
I'm the wrong
lied.
person to ask this
Doing
question.
the math, right? Of just like, why didn't you invite me to dinner? Now I know why you didn't invite me to dinner. Why did you do that? Now I know why you didn't do it. Like, I think there's
Feeling
got to be
betrayed,
such
you know?
betrayal. That's
In a weird way, no, I'm not gonna say it.
I'm sorry, I just don't think it's a cry-worthy thing. Like your friend lied to you
Losing your
because they were
buddy?
around. They like.
But he's
they-
losing a friend. Like when he said at the end, when he was like, "Jesse, what's up?" And just like, I feel like I'm losing a brother, and that you're the reason this friend. Like, that's a big deal. So Jesse's losing a good friend.
I know, but he doesn't have to. Like he.
I don't know if I could be friends with someone like that.
Yeah, that's
A lying liar who lies. I'm
Listen,
good.
I wish that, but I've never met any dudes who ever held a lie against another
I
dude.
think West
Like,
is.
This is totally different. This isn't a lie. This is
I don't
a false lifehood is what it feels
Yeah.
like.
I think. Listen, we've seen people do crazier shit and come back, but I think West is probably done. Like, I don't know if West comes back from this. Unless he comes back as West Wilson, the villain, and he's always the villain. He's just the bad guy, and he leans into it, and he makes his money for the next 4, 5, 6 years, and then fades off into the sunset. I cannot shake. I cannot, and I don't think it will be Ciara, but like I can't shake that. Like he's gonna West Wilson her, and they're gonna take her back because of it.
Yeah. Also, this guy, like, he's on this podcast. It's annoying right now, but like, he does come off like he'll say things where you're like, okay, like, remember when Amanda was like, "Hey, you guys monetized off of my thing?" Like, I would never do that. And you heard what Jesse said about it. This is a show. This is what the whole show's for.
that's the point
Get
of it.
yours. I think if you're cracking jokes on what happened with me, you should be. You know.
And by the way, someone in I think it was in our comments said, like, you did like that goldfish commercial or something, like Amanda did during, I think, the Carl Lindsay thing. I didn't
Oh,
look
I
it
didn't
up,
even,
so
like-
I can't. This could be fake news, but
Yeah.
it was interesting to think like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe you did do that, and
Yeah.
we're just not remembering.
Like, either way, what I'm saying is that I don't think that she has any idea. Like, he's got this other gig that keeps him on the airwaves, keeps him in people's ears. That's the way to move through something. It softens the blow. It gets people back sort of, they're used to you. West is funny, so he's going to say some things that people are going to find themselves laughing to. In the beginning, they're going to go, "That's not funny." But then they're going to forget that it's him. And she's just going to be this hobbit walking around New York with dirty hair and a flannel and
That's his problem now.
with her dogs, and like in a poo bag, maybe not. I feel like she just leaves it.
I think she is one of those leavers.
Yeah, and her shoelaces undone, and just like look, just a sad lost wanderer. And he's gonna be back in the game on Traders like any second now. And I don't know if she's clocking that. Like, he will be back unscathed in no time.
I don't know about unscathed. This is twice.
But he might not be, like, Bravo. Listen,
Sandoval
Bravo's
did a horrible thing one time. I know you're all. Wow, you remember season 2 and what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
West did a horrible thing 2 times.
Right.
2 times back to back, bro. You just got out of jail, and you're gonna double down and be like, you know what I miss? Jail. And it's like those dudes that go to jail and then they're there for long enough, and I'm sure it happens to women, so it's people who go to jail and like didn't have the greatest life outside, and jail is 2, 3, 4, 5, long enough to be like, I'm in the routine. I get fed. I did my
Yeah.
and now they get out and they get arrested and go right back to jail, and people are like, I don't understand. Well, because that's comfortable. That's life. It's a routine. It's you know what's happening every day, as opposed to I don't know where I'm going to eat today. Whatever, right? So I wonder. That's like West. That's what West did. He's like, I
know.
feel more comfortable when everyone hates me.
I just want to
Like, I
clarify that
don't-
I didn't mean back on Bravo. Like, I didn't mean like he's
Yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
back on Summer House.
No,
I
and
just mean
that's
that he's
about-
a sports journalist. He's got his thing already. Like, Barstool was trying to take him from the beginning, and he didn't go with them. Like, he's not
You think
someone
they'll
who
still
can't.
take him now?
I don't for right now. And also, if West did go, I mean, that would be like the biggest like pussy ass bitch move ever, because Dave is just
I don't
annihilating
think Dave
him
would
every
do
day.
it even like I think that's it. Like,
No,
bro,
Dave
you're
would make a thing about
done.
it. He would meet with them just to be like, so I brought this schmo in today, you know, like
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, maybe that to be funny. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if West is a big enough sports writer or whatever the hell he does to secure a job. You know what I mean? Like I think West could be definitely done
listen,
on. I think he just.
here's hoping.
Yeah, I think. Listen, I hear what you're saying, and I agree. He's a dude, sports guy. Like dudes are dudes. You know, whatever.
Also, I just think
and
women-
he has his own show.
100%, like all
so.
of that. But I don't think West is ever, and I say this with a little bit of, what do you call it? Like,
Embarrassment?
no,
Guilt?
yeah, totally.
Loathing?
There's two flies.
Not sure of it, like, because West is charming, and we've talked about it, and I was the first one to come back after the Ciara thing, and I remember being like, "Well, I can like someone who did a bad thing," and making a stand, and he got me, and he does it like when Lindsay was like, "You're good," like I'm with Lynn. I'm like, "Yeah, you little don't," and I got a no eyes, no ears type deal around him. So I say this with a little hesitation that I think West might be done. But Amanda, if he her over, she can run that game of like my shoes and my sloppy and I'm so depressed and I can't believe I got fooled and I can't believe I blew up my whole life, and they're going to take her back. They're going to, like the Lindsay, the Kyle, they're going to take her
I
back.
could not trust someone like
I
that.
couldn't either.
For me personally.
But she manipulated this whole thing so she could easily manipulate her way back into the group. And I just can't shake. I'm like, you're all, I'm patting down. Like I was patting down the dirt last week. And I had to dig it up and stare at them again for 42 minutes. And then I was like, fine, now at least I'm done. And now you're like, actually, but when we're done filming tonight, you got to go dig up their bodies again and stare at them again. Horrible news.
Because what happens if they stay together and then In the City comes back? I don't like, listen, everyone is on the chopping block except for some are harder to can. I think that her and Kyle and Lindsay are kind of like, not founders and not show, but I think that they probably got some decent deals. They probably got a 3, like if the show gets picked up, you're guaranteed for
Oh, do you
3 or
think?
5. I mean, like a lot of them get that kind of like even when like, I feel like some people don't get canned because they can't. We got to keep them on for one more year, or we have to pay them anyway. So these shows just aren't going to pay you anyway. So I honestly don't know, but I would not be surprised at all to find out that they helped develop this show and that she has every right to be like, unless there's like some morality clause that this falls under.
I mean,
because
if
she
her
didn't
and-
have an affair, you know.
That
I
we
mean,
know of.
right, but
Yep.
like they would have to prove that, and I think
She
they
didn't.
did, for
Danielle
sure.
did, but Amanda did not.
Yeah, thank
So
you for
I
clarifying.
want to make that clear
Yeah.
of everybody.
A few things. One, I looked up the commercial stuff, and apparently there was a Buffalo Wild Wings and a Goldfish commercial that people could draw parallels to. Like
Yeah.
you were making money off of
That's
it.
so
Also,
her to not.
Oh,
She probably
100%.
said that and didn't even remember she did those.
100%.
'Cause
On too many betas. See, betas on betas. It'll stick. If her and West, you know, like we said, it's gonna it might last, but it's not gonna last. So it would definitely last until cameras pick up, especially if he's not on Summer House
Yeah.
anymore. Trust he will want to keep that relationship going just so he could get more suckling at the teat of reality
Yeah.
TV fame. And if she's on, he's gonna be on.
that's what I think. So I feel like that whole
You guys are
group is
really
waiting.
ruining my day.
No, and Mike was in such a good mood. Let's not.
Seriously.
I know.
I got
Everyone is waiting for
Meteor.
them to break up, and I just don't know. If
Mike,
we're
I
gonna
love your
get it.
beard.
But I also we could easily, because this is who he is. Like the second it gets hard, like Like I can't tell. Like he seems to be one of those guys that likes getting smacked around, and also seems to be like he's
He
like
did say he was kind of a
that's-
creepy porn guy.
He's that too.
Not creepy, pervy.
Well, I think he's
Creepy.
creepy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's West, so
He
let's go
passed
creepy.
pervy when he was 15.
Maybe younger.
I could see, like even Bailey would say, like he's over it already. Mia would say, Lindsay was like, you guys love each other. He's saying no, and they're like, no, he didn't. But like they're chomping at the bit to like see this all explode in Amanda's face, and I just don't know if you're gonna get it right away.
Anytime.
So
Yeah, that's right.
that's all.
But do you think that do you think that if it does explode in her face, and I agree, like they want it to happen for probably so many reasons.
Yeah.
Justice for Ciara, am I right? But like
Wow, how far we've come.
From Mike originally saying, what if it's just a love story and it's okay?
well, listen, we might find out next week that it was.
Okay, there's still
So-
justice for Ciara and their assholes.
No, listen, 100%. I got a couple things wrong.
Wait, really quick. That
Whatever.
was my favorite quote ever from one of the people in our comments. Quite frankly, they're both assholes. Sorry, Judy.
Yeah, no, facts. Do you think that if it does blow up in her face, that they will take her back, or no? Is she also done with this group? Not the Bravo, not the just with this group, the Lindsays, the Kyles, the Ciara. I don't know. Me,
Ciara,
I
no.
don't like, and I guess it's Ciara, maybe me. I don't know.
No.
But do you think they'll take her back in any form? Do you think there'll be a moment where they're like, "We told you, you're such a idiot. Why did you do that? We told you this was going to happen. It'll be okay."
I think that they will for the show, because if they all have to keep working on a show together, and then that's gonna, I mean, Lindsay's gonna take every opportunity she can to be like, you're a idiot, right? Like, but like I feel like Kyle would be the one to shepherd her back in. It would be Kyle that would bring her to something. Unless, listen, what we need, Sally, make some magic happen here. Like,
Yeah, get
because
in,
if anything,
girl.
the second anything goes wrong with this dude, she's gonna be right back at Kyle's doorstep.
Why aren't they together? They
I
seem
thought-
like a
I
great
was gonna say
match.
the
I think so,
same
too.
thing. Sally, perfect for Kyle.
Bar
Kyle,
rat
perfect
meets
for Sally.
club rat?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And by the way, I love them. I'm saying
No,
this
I-
because that was the joke.
No,
And Sally wants to
get in
be
where you fit
wifey
in. Like,
poo,
find your
Chad wifey
person.
poo.
That's, I mean, that's clearly somebody, and she has her own job. She makes really good money. Like,
Oh, she'll be like, if you need like half a mil, I have it.
she's like,
Yeah.
call my
Buttercup,
guy.
you
and
just
pitch
DJ.
it.
Yeah,
I'll take care of the
totally.
rest.
Yeah.
Totally.
Oh no, she
Dude,
would be
how
she would
sweet
be
would that
under
be?
that DJ booth blowing him while he's working. Like,
Yes,
I'm telling
Sally.
you, I don't know. Spend at least like have a good year with Sally at least. Like I think honestly, you guys are kind of made for each other. But like, I just think they should spend some time and have a nice time. You kids,
Open up a bottle of Meteors. see
don't
where the
get
night
in too much
goes.
trouble, you kids.
They're
That's
older
what I
than
want to
you
Don't
tell
do
are.
what what is that? Don't do what
anything I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Which leaves a lot on the table. So have fun,
Seriously.
guys.
Nothing.
Okay. After Jesse and Mia have their haircut conversation, Amanda comes out and Bailey's like, how you doing? And she says, not well, bitch.
Yeah.
And Bailey very sweetly says, I'm really worried about you. So you know how we always say, like, I need to know more about this? I need to know more about Amanda's mental health and what's going on there, because she shares a little bit. I feel like Ciara shares more about it. And maybe her therapist has said, don't share more about it because that's actually not healthy for you. But I can't understand why they all treat her like a broken baby bird. And the only thing I can think of is because she really does have a lot of mental illness that she struggles with, or chronic debilitating depression. But like, I would like to know more about this because I'm not connecting the dots for me personally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. I think that she probably, if I had to throw my vote in the hat or in the ring, I think she probably tells them whether it's true or not. Because like we go back and forth, and I know sometimes I'm like, since we don't know that, and I agree, I would like to know more too. Only because I want to know how far I can annihilate her. And not feel bad about it,
I
like
I want to keep going.
well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would ease up at all, but But I would understand a couple things, maybe not the West thing, but like her and Kyle history of the not going out and the
Yes.
staying in bed and the being not cleaning and all
Yep.
that stuff is like, cool. I'm fine with going with, no, she's just a lazy fucker. I'm also curious, is it not that though? Like depression can do all of those things. I think she probably convinced all of them that's true, and then maybe convinced them that she's embarrassed by it, which is why she doesn't really want to talk about it too much on the show. And so it's like a double whammy.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you have depression and you're embarrassed, but okay, fine. Like that's tough, right? It's just a double manipulation. Everything I see now, which sucks, is like it's all in hindsight, but now we're going back seeing all that. And that was like, it was the only time she was like that I couldn't even half be like, oh, you're right there, but too bad you f***ed up so hard. Yeah, I'm not giving it to you. But I would if you hadn't, when she was like, in hindsight, everything looks like we've been banging in mid. Like you can't, everything we're saying is a lie. Everything is in hindsight. We were together. Every touch, and I was like, yeah, no, 100%. But that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem, right?
And it's
So
absolute. I'm sorry.
I just think she probably manipulated that situation.
Right. And I'm wondering, is there manipulation here with like, you have to go easy on me because I struggle? Like, how deep is it? And I'm not saying that she's lying about it. I just don't know because she's not sharing that much. And I'm rewatching every season and I'm on I think I'm still on season 5 because we've been busy and I've been busy with work. But like, I still haven't heard her talk about it in a way that's given me any clarity. And furthermore, when she sits there and does say, like you could go back and it could look any way if you want it to. Yeah, but what you're leaving out of this is you guys lied to everyone. You're still lying as you sit on this couch, and you knew you were coming here to be grilled, okay? So come then with actual facts and a timeline and say, I know everyone's going to want to know this. So this was the first kiss. This is when we realized shit. This was the date the video was taken. You are a liar. So you need to give us something to make us believe you. If you give a shit about making us believe you, if you don't, then who cares?
That's the real problem.
Then go on with your bad self. But you can't sit there and get mad at everyone because they're drawing assumptions. You left us no other alternative but to draw assumptions.
That's what Rachel Leviss, when she comes back and gives that interview after all said and done, she comes back the week after.
Yep.
This is not going to be anything like that. But she's like, then we did it in the bed. We did it in my car. Like she gave the goods, and then she was like, and I'm out. I'll see you in 3 months.
Sedona.
I'm moving to Sedona and going to rehab and giving my dog away to someone where it will eventually find its way back to DJ Baby.
DJ Baby got the puppy back.
Okay, so in this conversation with Bailey and Amanda, after she says, I'm really worried about you, Amanda, and
how high is Amanda in this moment right here?
It's funny because it's not like
So
Bailey didn't yell at her. Like, it's always just funny to me. Bailey yelled at Ben earlier, and she has a moment with Ben later where she's like, my back hurts. And he's like, oh, my God. And then this thing with Amanda, like, I'm really worried about you. Well, I feel like she was, I don't know how zingy the zinger was, but I feel like she was yelling some stuff. And I was like, how do you now sit here and go, I'm actually really worried about you? Like, did you just have little blood suggies, Bailey?
My first 2 notes are, how high is Twat Face talking to Bailey? Also, Bailey, why are you talking to her? Gross.
good notes.
Yeah, thank you. I'm pretty good. I do this for a living. Well, I do this for fun.
But Amanda says her and West have had so many genuine conversations that make her feel secure, which makes me want to ask you, Amanda, are you interested in these magic beans I have to sell you at a very high price? And Bailey's like, I don't trust him at all. Amanda says, maybe I'll wake up and realize that this was a huge mistake. And this is, 50 million fans can't be wrong. If every person is saying you are dead, it's time to lie down. If you can't see the writing on the wall with who this guy is, then I know this is going to sound way harsh, Ty, but then you deserve what happens to you because every person is jumping in front of your car. Wrong way. You're driving the wrong way down a one-way street. Turn around, pump the brakes. And she's just like, it's a great song, right, Westy? Yup, Manders.
Dude, first of all, that would insinuate that she's ever in a good mood. She's not. What I think that another thing that I think that everyone should also open their minds to is that maybe my happy relationship, not maybe, it doesn't look like where Amanda finds happiness. Amanda has been with a dude complaining about him for a decade. This is her comfort zone. This is her, like, the worst West is to her, the more she gets to feel like a real live whole person. Like, because she's the good one. She's the victim. She's the one that's taking it up the ass for this one over here, you know, like that's her thing. She derives joy, or like, I don't know, it's a weird joy, but like it's something like she can't be completely unhappy in that relationship. She's literally picked another person that's like, I don't mean that Kyle is Wes. Like they're so different, but like all of the complaints will be the same. So like she's probably, when people are like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work out, she's like, no, it will. I actually do know. I actually have some experience in this field. This is exactly what I can spend the next 10 years doing if I want, you know. Who knows? I would not be shocked is it. She's happy here. Everyone thinks that she's not and just is having to suck it up. I just remember what Amanda sees as a relationship to be a part of.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying in the beginning, like, it hit me where I was like, oh no, this is what she knows.
Yeah, it's her
She
jam.
doesn't know real love. She doesn't know a healthy relationship. I dated a guy who this was his pattern in his past relationships. He only knew how to be in relationship with really toxic people or really broken people. And it's like, oh, sorry. And it just became evident because for all my faults and foibles, I'm not a toxic, broken person. So when I'm in a relationship, I know how to communicate clearly. I might do something that annoys you, but we can talk about it. I'll grow. We can go to therapy, do all the fun stuff. Some people can't even get past go and collect $200 in a relationship. They just want to yell and scream and tear you down. And there's cheating, there's blurry lines, there's red flags. And that's what she knows.
Yeah, she's into
Period.
it.
And she also goes on to say, which I thought was really interesting. She said, it's hard to sit up here and explain yourself if no one will listen. And that's where she got it wrong, because they weren't looking for her to necessarily explain herself as much as they were looking to her for an admonishment, right?
I don't know.
To basically say, this is what I did, and I am very sorry. And her apologies didn't even ring true. When she said, I could sit here and apologize to you till I'm blue in the face and you're just not going to hear it. It's like, and that's Ciara's, she's allowed to not accept your apology right now. And when you're saying it with that tone and in that tenor, no, why would she? It's like, I got you this great gift. I don't know why you don't like it. I don't know. Maybe because you're presenting it like an asshole.
I'm trying to think of like a clever sentence that, and there's probably one that already exists, and Jen O'Toole will be like, it's this. But I feel like that's the cheater's excuse or something, is always like, I think West is dumb as shit. She doesn't think they did anything wrong because we're not saying I love you, but that's where we're at. Like, it just happened. He was there for me and I was there for him. And there was but like, because love, because nature, because life, because, right? Circumstance, they don't feel like anything bad. They don't feel like they did anything wrong. Let me rephrase that. They do feel like something bad happened. They did a bad thing. They don't feel like they did anything wrong, which I get is a little ridiculous.
Yeah, because as you say, that doesn't even make sense.
Right, but it also in this scenario does, and in the cheating scenario it does, because you understand, yeah, we cheated, that's bad, but you don't understand why we cheated.
Yeah.
So we didn't do anything wrong. I don't know. People are probably
they're
like,
looking at it as like, I'm robbing Peter to pay, like a Robin Hood kind of thing, right? Like, I'm taking from the rich and giving to the poor, so you shouldn't steal, but look at the good it's doing. In
a weird roundabout way. Yeah,
we didn't cheat, and we're both so deserving of love.
Yeah.
And
we did a bad thing, but for a good reason.
That's exactly right.
But
They didn't expect at all. They didn't factor the Kyle factor in. Like, they didn't think that anybody would give a shit about Kyle. Poor Kyle even says, like, oh, I didn't. I knew nobody was going to care about me, so I was just wanting to get through this, so all of our friends didn't have to pick sides, and the audience didn't have to pick sides. Spoiler: we were all going to pick her side. Like,
I want to be friends with Kyle. Quite
No,
frankly, he
yeah.
seems like a
Totally.
great friend.
Totally. And I don't mean like we were going to pick her side. It's just that like at the time I did not like Kyle for so long. So like I just would have never felt bad for him. I would have just been like, you know, whatever. But yeah, I think that they feel like wronged a little bit. And I think that Amanda is dying to say, you guys were together for like 5 minutes, Ciara. Like, honestly, I've been listening to you for a year to go on and drone on and on about this guy that you dated for 5 seconds. Oh my God. I'm the one that's been dealing with this asshole. You've witnessed it. Like I think that she wants to unleash on Ciara. Yeah. She's so pissed at Ciara, and she knows like this bitch dumb, but she's not dumb, too dumb to think that like, to not know that everybody is team Ciara. Everybody is going to side with her. Like Amanda has no charisma. She has nothing like likable about her. Like her most likable moments were when she was just going along to get along with the other girls. Like whatever you say, Paige, like great, Paige needs some minions. So like line up and you'll be in, you know, like that's all she ever had to offer. They did not think that this was going to happen, and they're pissed that they have to deal with it, and they can't yell back because they don't want to. They can explain until their eyes are whatever. What is it? Your blue eyes are blue until you're blue in the face, and it won't matter because you're right. Nobody wants to hear an excuse. What she does need to respond to, and I think that Ciara would actually be like, "Thank you," is if she just said, "Did you think about me?" And Ciara and if Amanda said, "I did," and I decided that I wanted to go for love. And I'm sorry, like if she would just say anything real like that, because there's like nothing else to argue after that. Like Amanda or Ciara can keep calling her a bitch hoe and everything else, but like
she should be.
But yeah, but like the second that Amanda said, like I didn't think about you, I thought about myself and the love that I have for this person that I never knew existed, and I'm happiest I've ever been in my life, and like and then Ciara would just be like, got it, and then like I feel like Ciara would just kind of like that would be that for her.
Yeah, I mean they would be done like for sure as they should be, but like that's what I think that's what's going on. Like I think you nailed like that's I think you're right, and that's why she's just sitting there. Because on the flip side of like I listened to you for a year talk about how shitty this dude was. The half of that year I listened to you talk about how shitty this dude was, because the other half of the year I was telling you how shitty my dude was.
Yeah.
So what's the problem here?
Yeah.
We got rid of shitty dudes, and I picked up one. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Like,
yeah.
I think you're 100% right. She would love to blast that out, and she would probably get beat up.
Yeah.
But of course, because
like that's you want to know that there are people that don't like Ciara. Hey, I want to just clarify in case anybody is taking this the wrong way. I'm just saying what I think Amanda wants to say. I'm not saying that I subscribe to any of that. Like, I just want to be clear. I'm not in on that. But I feel like I can see her as many beta blockers or Xanax probably that she's on. It's like you can still tell just by her like fuck off or like her eye rolls or whatever. Like there is something seething in her that like all of those drugs are not letting come out, and probably best.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Quite frankly.
But there would be a percentage of people that have been like, oh my God, Ciara, shut up already. Because like there was times that I had issues with Ciara over the years, you know, that I was just like, yeah, I definitely did. I just got a little too, like, it was too much. Like, move it on.
You know how you are with like Madison, like doesn't matter, like you live for her, everything. That's how I am with.
Yeah, but Ciara has had bad showings. Madison, she had bad showings.
I feel like you could argue that she hasn't been the prettiest peach on the tree all the time. But and I love Madison. I'm just saying.
No,
like,
I know. I
have a blind spot with her.
Right. With Ciara, I just think that I do believe that she held on to this dude for too long, like to her detriment. And that's what made me upset, was that like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened to you. Let this loser go already. Like I understand she doesn't want to be told that she's hot, but like I can't help it when I'm watching two of you in a scene. One of these things does not go with the other. Like that was screaming at me, and I could not understand. Like, Ciara, just open yourself up to someone else. There's a bajillion dudes out there. Why are we stuck on this troll? Like it really bugged me. And I also remember being upset with her a little bit because I thought that she was way too like giving in to flirting with Jesse when Jesse like had this other girl in the house and Lexi was new. And I felt bad for Lexi being like this person that didn't have any friends because her friend got the boot for lying. And then I don't know. It just, I felt her loneliness there. And I just was like, why is Ciara, like this has been done to Ciara. Why is Ciara like kind of, she didn't know her anything, but I wish that she would have been kinder. That's really it. And that's all. So anyhow, but I do know there's a subsection of people that would be like, yeah, tell her. You know, not enough to do it, but there would be people that.
And there's also nothing to gain from it.
Yeah.
With her doing it.
The thing that there is to gain from Amanda doing something in the vein of just being so real is that Amanda is so numbed out and isn't giving anything that I would be interested to see Amanda try to take some power back and show me what you really feel about something that isn't just like me, but like you know, like I would be, I don't want to say impressed or inspired, nothing like that, but I would go,
she has a pulse.
Okay.
I mean,
there she is. Yeah.
In the first 5 minutes, her you to Ciara, I think says, I was going to say this earlier, says everything you were saying earlier, like proves that.
When she said off in the first episode.
Yeah. Off or whatever she said. With not like minutes into the episode, I feel like. That to me was like, oh yeah, no, you got it's right here.
It's right
it's
there.
right there, and you want to say it so bad. And I think they're not saying anything and not doing anything. And I wonder if they took the beta blockers for dual purpose to not like get super emo, but also to just not say anything, just be brain dead. I don't know what beta blockers do, but like, but to double whammy it, you know, to be like, we're going to sit here for 10 hours and we're not going to say anything. And the only times they are saying so is when it just like if they hadn't, that would be the times they'd be screaming and saying, you know what, you, I loved him and you hated this dude. But because they're there, because they have, they're so wasted.
Yeah.
It only comes out as a off or you guys don't understand.
It's
you know
so
what I mean?
hard to explain yourself. Everyone's yelling at you.
And you guys think we're lying.
Yeah,
Well, we
I
don't
just
think
wish
that.
she would come
It's
out of
just
the
you
gates
are.
and
You're
be
lying.
like,
You're like,
Yeah.
we do think you're lying because you are lying.
You're lying is
Yeah.
the
And
reason
And I think
we
you're yellow
that.
because
Yeah.
you're wearing yellow.
Yeah.
I don't. It's not that
Yes.
deep, girl.
I think that if she were to come out and just been like, I'm going to answer everything that I can, there are going to be things that I don't answer because it's my business. Sorry. Like, I want it. Don't be a bitch with the eye rolls and that, because when she said off, I'm 50-50 on whether she was talking to Kyle or I don't know. Like they were both talking.
Oh, right.
So I don't know for sure if she was talking to Ciara, but there is some
Ciara did
privacy to
just
be
tell her,
had
"Fuck off,"
about
a second earlier.
some things, you know, and like I just want to see her assert herself and like a pulse. That's it.
good.
So after this,
I'm good.
Dara tells me she looks like a movie star because she does. Carl tells Lindsay, "You're unbelievable. It's pretty fun to watch." Which is kind of great. Then there were some 6'5" jokes. I think they told all the 6'5". We told the other one 6'5"
Yeah,
jokes.
we got you.
Cry.
Yeah.
And then we're back, and Andy says, like, let's leave it all on the field, and let's just start with how we got here. When did you feel that this was more than just a friendship? Is what he asks West and Amanda. They started spending a lot of time together in February, and it was really great for him to see her so happy. And it's this side of her that he hadn't seen before, and it was very special to him, is what he said.
I think he felt like I think he attributed that to himself.
Of course.
And that's why that's where I think that guys get silly for Amanda, because I think that somehow she is like vibing out all of these like victim vibrations.
Yeah.
And so if you are watching this person and have like eaten that apple, like decided like you've bought that and like, oh, that's what she is. And then suddenly she's looking at you and her big old eyes, you know, and like she's laughing and like engaging, like that I think would make a dude feel pretty powerful.
Totally.
So like, that's what I think is for him.
He's in love with himself because he rescued this damsel in distress. So I'm so big and so strong. Look at me.
Yeah. Well, he's not in love with himself, but he did this, and that is some new worth that he has never felt. Because the last thing he's done is help a woman.
No, but that's himself. Like,
Yeah.
he's not saying, oh, I met this woman who challenges me and we have such a great mental tete-a-tete going on and she's so funny and dynamic. No, through hanging out with me, she got joy back in her life. And that was really special to me because what he's saying is like what your point, to what you're saying is I did that. So look how big my dick is.
Yeah.
Look how strong I am. So that has nothing to do with her. That has
No.
you. It's like a doctor being like, oh my God, I'm so proud I saved this person's life.
Yeah.
The person on the table didn't save their own life. The doctor did.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't necessarily agree with that because I believe in near-death experiences and people coming back to life. But for the point of the analogy, that one works. And so he's saying, yeah, no, she made me fall in love with myself, basically, because I
Yeah.
felt like this big, strong, strapping dude. And the other thing that was so wild is after he said, again, another king of the fucking word salads, he goes, I know it seems all really black and white. Nothing about anything that you have said over the course of these last 10 hours was black and white.
Yeah.
Not one iota of it. What are you talking? Do you even, I can't reconcile this gobbledygook.
Yeah.
And then the loser on the podcast with his stupid camo trucker hat.
No.
Just so verbose, willing to mention it all, say a bunch of things that relate to the reunion, and then also still say nothing at one time. But she can't shut you up.
Yeah.
I don't know who your co-host is because you're talking the whole time.
Yeah.
And I get that that's the way they're cutting the clips, but you understand what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
the night and day of it all is wild.
Yeah.
And it's disgusting, and it's making, you think we're all that stupid? You think we haven't done the side-by-side comparison to know, oh, this is what they look like, this is them with the filter? We know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so fed up with this dude. I
No,
can't.
it's gross. And also, poor Kyle, to hear him say, I've just watched this woman be basically just this, zombie in misery for all these years. And now she's smiling. And that was so special to me. It pans to Kyle and he's just like, this is like, I would cry too, Kyle, like at that, like basically insinuating like you're the person behind all the misery. Like Kyle looked like he looked like a child in that moment, in that shot, that like someone just like threw his favorite toy into like oncoming traffic and he just like had to watch Cowboy Bob get his head chopped off.
It's
Yeah.
even worse. I'm gonna
Playing
make
all
it-
this music in slow
Yeah,
motion, like,
yeah.
this is Cowboy Bob.
I'm gonna make it even worse. It was like getting dropped off at a foster home.
Yeah.
Like and your parents are driving away.
Yeah.
Like that's
Like
it was
you're the
that,
reason
like,
why your parents got divorced.
100%.
So
you
they're,
know?
so they're dropping you
Yeah.
off to go work on their marriage.
Right, totally.
Because you
Yeah.
were the problem.
Dude. And then all the like abstinent and have you been faithful in the set and the oh man, dude, this poor guy.
Yeah.
If I was Kyle, I would have been like, you know what? I'm good. I put in my time. You're gonna get 2 ups out of me.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done.
Yeah.
Both of you. Ciara.
Let's have a drink after this.
Yeah, you wanna go grab a dinner? Like what are we doing here?
Yeah.
These people don't care. They don't care about anybody. I don't know.
Period.
I think I would at some point mutinied everybody to go to a steak dinner and just let West and Amanda come
Eat
back.
out of the trash can.
No, just let them come back from a later break. Just be like, we're out. These two can finish.
Yeah.
After
And
this,
have at 'em.
Amanda, because she says it wasn't this slow burn. We weren't planning this. It just happened one night. It all came flooding in. Just such a bag of bullshit.
So romantic.
And Andy says, it came flooding in the one night where they said, am I crazy? Is there something here? And Andy says, to be clear, were you having an affair this summer? They both said, absolutely not. Which I don't know how many of us believe this, but whatever. Wes then said, I know we've lied to everyone on this stage and it's hard for you to trust us. And Jesse, and I did think Jesse came with a lot of really good points because he says, you didn't just lie to us. You made us feel crazy for even thinking it was true. And then Kyle jumps in about the Instagram comment that he left on Ciara's page saying, holy frick, with a picture of her looking, she could be doing anything and be looking beautiful. And this is why when they sit there and they say, well, you could watch it and think anything because you are making us think that. Because we didn't just ask you and you gave a simple, no, that's not it. You made us feel crazy for even wondering if this could possibly ever under a blue moon be happening? You were breadcrumbing us on Instagram. You were still posting how hot Ciara looked and commenting about it on public platforms. We're not the crazy ones. You are. So stop rolling your eyes and trying to defend it.
Where do you feel like the cast is on the consensus of when it started? Because it feels like they're really leaning into this like emotional affair part, which tells me that like they've kind of just decided that like it didn't happen before, and I just think that's a missed opportunity, kids. Like I just think that that's really some oversight. Like there's just no way. Like I don't think that they were around at the house, because I think that Amanda is not stupid enough to sneak a finger behind the bushes, you know? Like I think that Amanda finds her victimhood too valuable. So like she's not going to take a chance. Like we've seen enough things where like when we would see what was a conversation that we caught last season that were like, they did not know those cameras were on. I feel like it was maybe Jesse and Lexi coming home from something. And like we heard a whole conversation, and we were like, they did
behind the
not
car.
realize.
Yes,
that
that's right. It was
cameras.
Jesse and Lexi.
Yeah.
That she was flirting with West.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Lexi would never hook
No,
up with
God,
West.
no. That is one girl who was just like, excuse me, do you see this porcelain? Like, please step back.
Get your grubby hands off of it,
yeah.
West.
Yeah.
Your dirty
You're giving me
laundry
a
hands.
rash just looking at me.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah. So I don't think that Amanda and him were doing anything at the house. I do think that was an emotional affair, but I do believe that just by the way that they acted towards each other, I know something happened before they got there. Whether it was just one time, it doesn't matter. But that blind item was so obviously pointed to them.
100%. And even Mia says right after this, she recounts a handful of times when it looks like they were, yes, in fact, having an affair. And this chapped my hide like nobody's business, because Wes jumps in and then blames them basically for assuming this, because he says, if we were having an affair, you guys would know. Or you would have flagged it. Exactly. That's what he says. And Mia says, I don't think so, because we looked at Amanda as a victim and we never thought you would do that. And here's what he's missing, because you know when someone does something and you didn't see it coming at all and you're just so deeply hurt? Because you didn't see it coming, because you're not a scumbag and you would have never done that to someone. So you couldn't imagine someone doing that to you. Because West is a scumbag.
Yeah.
He does think everyone's lying to him because he knows he lies to everybody. The rest of these people, Amanda excluded, aren't scumbags.
Yeah.
So they do trust you at your word. They aren't anticipating one of their closest friends and coworkers two of them have been in cahoots to lie to them.
Yeah.
So now you're using the fact that they trusted you against them, and not for nothing, you jackass. When they all did come up to you and say, hey, are you guys hooking up? You all lied.
Yeah.
And they believed you because they had your trust. So the defense's case doesn't hold water. Joe Schmo.
But also, Carl did flag it a couple times. Carl flagged it. Carl brought it up to Kyle and said something like
On the
three
show?
quarters of the way down, and then I think said something else toward like either after the fight or something about the way Wes grabbed Amanda, and then in the city starts, and when Kyle sits down and with Lindsay and they find out the release, the whole thing, Carl calls and is like, I just landed and got the news. Are you okay? And he says, either Kyle was like, well, yeah, you mentioned it a couple times. Carl's like, yeah, dude, a guy shouldn't be touching his friend's wife like that, a married woman like that. So Carl flagged it. He did flag it.
Question for you. Did he say it on
I think
the
he
episodes of
did.
Summer
I don't
House?
think it was a big old deal, but I think I remember him saying it. I can't remember if he brought it up just like, that's weird kind of situation during the, it was maybe a little after midway when Carl was like, oh, I officiated their wedding. I feel a bit of a responsibility. And him and Kyle had a conversation at one of the parties. I think he might have referenced something there. And then I'm almost certain after the fight, he was like, I don't understand why Wes was grabbing her. I don't know if he said it to Kyle, but I remember Kyle saying like, it's weird that he's grabbing her like that. Like the way he's touching her is weird.
Yeah.
I just kind of do love that they a lot of the things like Mia said, and even things that Kyle is saying, like, listen, I'm not saying that they're watching the show, but I'm not saying that they're not watching the show, because I've just felt like they had such
What, our show?
similar things, like all the things that we were like going through. Like, sure, they were obvious. Okay, fine. Everyone could just come to that conclusion on their own from watching it. But like, I did enjoy hearing them talk about things that we were literally obsessing about and being like, did you notice when like she wasn't even affected at all? And like she was totally fine in the kitchen. And then the second that she runs into Wes, suddenly she falls into his arms and starts crying. Mia literally like verbatim, like exactly how we said it, like noticed exactly that.
Yep.
Amanda was just fine,
Yeah.
no problem. And then Wes comes in, oh God, like because she's such a fucking victim,
up
and
your
dudes are
chair
eating it up.
beside me.
You know, when he said the thing about like, or when she said the thing about like, oh, wasn't like this slow burn. I didn't even think about it much until like it was just like this sudden thing. Like, listen, I don't believe her because I don't believe anything you say. So like that's going to be a problem. Like, and it's why she shouldn't be asked back, because she doesn't ever divulge anything. So not
That's
only
right.
is she boring and non-participatory, but she doesn't give us the goods on anything.
That's
like
right.
at least Raquel Levis told us, yeah, we banged in the bed, we banged on the that's
lot of
a
banging.
paycheck. Like
100%.
Yeah, Bravo's
For
not the
this
morality
gig?
police. This is
Yeah.
they're into it, but you got to participate.
Yep.
But I also, even though I don't believe that, I also would not be shocked at all for Amanda to literally disregard all humans on the earth at the millisecond that she gets male attention. So like, I don't put that past her at all. Like, it would only take Wes to be like, are you getting a funny feeling where I'm getting a funny feeling, for her to just be like,
have a wiener?
yeah, because boner alert, like that, like that's how I feel like when he proposed that this happened,
yeah.
like I
It
feel like
wasn't
he was like,
romantic.
do you have a boner, or
Yeah.
where I have a boner?
'Cause they're
And
like,
she's like, I do.
Schmanders,
Yeah.
you have a bony?
Yeah.
'Cause I have a bony.
Yeah,
Barf.
yeah.
So after this is when Amanda says, you can see whatever you want to see watching it back, but I didn't cheat. And the rest of the cast basically says, but you were having an emotional affair. And Wes essentially says yes to that. He says, that was true, which then just come with that. Just, you gotta air it all out. But they didn't, so whatever. No
Well,
use.
did he admit that, or did he just say like we got closer over the summer? Like, would he call it an emotional affair?
He didn't call it. Well, he can't use his word, so he called it nothing.
No, totally.
However,
No,
when
that's right.
they
But
said
Amanda didn't say it. He said it. I wonder if Amanda was pissed that he.
gave them that piece of
Yeah.
red meat.
Yeah.
Listen, she shouldn't be, because they got to give him something,
Yeah.
because you're just lying left, right, and center.
I feel like didn't he also explain? He explained what an emotional affair was without saying we had an emotional
Yeah, he's like, we
affair.
didn't have an
And
emotional
then
affair. We were just deeply emotionally connected
Intimate.
and
Yeah.
intimate with one another all the
Yeah.
time.
all the time, but it wasn't an affair.
Yeah.
Also,
But then I think
Amanda-
didn't Lindsay bring it up? She's like, yeah, that's what an emotional affair. And he's like, okay, well then, yeah.
Yeah.
he
And then her and Mia were like, okay, finally, some
Yeah.
form of clarity.
That being said, Amanda did put it on the dog's life. So I'm like, at that moment, I'm like, well, you can't swear on your dog's life and lie, right?
just-
That wouldn't the world end?
Some people do. Some people.
No,
Hold
No,
on,
yeah.
hold on,
nobody
hold on.
does that.
When Shane was on Survivor, okay, it was the final 5, and he had a pact with, I can't remember if it was like 3 of these other people, I think. And so, and they all, Shane's like, I swear on my son's life, someone else swore on their kid's life, someone swore on something else, and they fucking voted him out, and they all went back on their I swear on my kid's life.
Even Shane?
No, Shane didn't.
Oh,
That's why
okay.
he didn't make it to the final 4.
He didn't have a chance to.
Oh,
Because they all swore on their kids, or like one person didn't have a kid, so he swore on like his dog or his yoga practice or something. I don't remember. And then they screwed him over and voted him out. And so this is how I know that people on reality TV do
No,
say,
yeah,
I
I don't-
swear on whatever.
Yeah, I don't think that she would. I think that Amanda is like she's all up in the business of all the wrong reasons. Like she's like, we've talked about how she really is like holding on tightly to like, you should just let that one go so that like you can really focus your energy on this other thing, you know? She's really not budging on things. And I have to tell you, like, when she says the thing like, I was trying to save my marriage, or I was all up in my marriage was falling apart or whatever, like, Amanda, if you don't know this already, like everybody knows that you don't care about that marriage. Like you haven't cared about it for a very long time. It was just like a roof over your head. So like, that's not the thing that's going to be the thing. Like, oh, she was like, gosh, that's so hard to leave a marriage. All the heartbreak, like she couldn't care any less. I feel like she's been on this amount of beta blockers and Xanax and everything else for this entire, like that's how she's treated it, is like numb. So I don't know, not the move.
After this, Kyle says, I have a timeline question. You lied once, and I'm going to give you one last chance. I'm going to give you one more chance, and then I'm going to...
Huh?
When's some more wine?
Yeah, you gave me literally like 5 drops.
I didn't do nothing.
Oh, no, you're not supposed to pour big glasses of this.
Well, I literally finished it in 2 sips. So.
Okay,
not
well, then
that
that's
fancy.
on him for not repouring. I only do the first pour. It doesn't breathe if you... Nobody cares.
Okay, that I don't need
Drinking
that.
with a bunch of heathens. Just kidding. Okay. Kyle says, I have a timeline question. You lied once, and I'm going to give you one last chance. I'm going to give you one more chance, and then I'm going to take you at your word. And he asks about the Portnoy Super Bowl stuff. They deny it. None of this, the math isn't mathing anywhere. And it's like when you were saying that blind item was so specific, and then in her Instagram feed, she says, you know, today I broke my wedding vows. It's too much, because even a broken clock is right twice a day. So if 80% of these allegations that are coming at you are false, that means 20% of them are still true.
Yeah.
And I, you know.
All the songs, like they were so like, I mean, this is Wes. This is Wes' like mode of operation on everything. He wants to be stirring the pot and playing with fire and all the things that makes him feel alive every day. Amanda is just trying to reclaim a bunch of what she thinks is stolen youth. Like she believes that she is owed this time of running around West Hollywood in your cutoff shorts when you're a 50-year-old man, because you just came out this weekend. So you're having your adolescence. She really believes that she has earned this. She deserves this. And so that's why she can't just stop flicking everyone in the forehead that
But
has
this
one.
is, I'm okay with the 50-year-old guy that just came out that wants to relive this part of his life. I'm not okay with her doing it, because you chose to be in that marriage. You said yes to the proposal.
yeah,
you said
yeah.
I do. Like, you are here by
So
way
did
of your own
the 50-year-old
actions.
guy who just came out.
Listen, I think it's a little bit deeper with like social stigmas and like parents maybe disowning you. Her parents weren't going to disown her if she
They never
divorced
had
him.
I'm sure Amanda had an adolescence. Trust.
Yeah.
These guys didn't. So
Yeah,
like
that's
when
right.
you see
Listen, I'm
them-
not trying to shit on the
Oh,
dude
no.
at 50.
Yeah,
like, just saying.
I feel like I use that analogy, and I'm not sure if you've been around when I use that analogy of just
no,
like when
I've heard
you.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So she, it's just so gross what she thinks that she
Owed.
deserves and what she's owed, because she's had everything. Like this is the least, like there has not been, nothing has been imposed on this person, you know, but she really bells that she's been
No,
imposed
she's a
upon.
privileged, spoiled little
Yeah.
brat. Like we've been talking about this since this news broke, and hindsight's 2020. I don't know if anybody would have argued that before this news broke. Watching this show, it probably sucks watching it back. It's probably a little bit of sucky watching it back with this info, and not sucky because now
Yeah.
you can kind of half be like, "Oh, you were a lunatic this whole time."
Yep.
But also like, dang, I wish I didn't know you were a lunatic because you're really ruining this for me. So I don't know, man. I think that I don't even know what the hell I'm saying anymore.
Well, the next section is a juicy one. It's when we get into the Miha of it all.
Yeah.
Although I thought it was a real ripoff that they teased Miha
Same.
so hard and then she show up.
Same.
Got nothing.
Now we're gonna get her in real life next week,
Yeah.
so that's something. But I just thought that was.
Or call
I mean, they
her.
always do weird teases, but like that was like a very blatant. Like we thought she was gonna be on stage on FaceTime.
Listen,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
the ending, I think it's going to get a little bit better from here on out. Cut to, are you going to be around? Because we're going back on
Yeah.
stage. That shouldn't
Yeah.
be legal. That should be a
That's
standards
illegal.
and practices.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. Like you got to change that. That is misleading marketing, and I think that's
Yeah.
illegal.
Before we
Fully
move on
Yeah.
completely from this, I just want to like. I feel like there might be a couple things like, and I don't even know if this means anything, but
That doesn't.
on the second watch, I just noticed Amanda was yelling about how she's not a cheater and she'd never step out on Kyle. And the camera goes close on Bailey, and Bailey turns to Ben and like shoots him a look. And like, I don't know. Bailey maybe doesn't know dick about dick, you know? I don't know. But like, it was interesting that they followed that reaction.
Who brought Bailey?
Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it seems like she could know something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing
Yeah.
with you.
But it's like,
Not
it's
used to
almost like
that,
they've
so you're a
decided they'll
little
never tell us.
She's like, wait, is this a trick
Like, what?
question?
I don't understand.
It feels like there's a few things that like they've just decided like we told you a little bit about this, but we're not going to elaborate on like I feel like there's 3 of them that I could just remember.
Listen,
but like,
Amanda's a Looney Tune and dude is diabolical and twat face and all the things. If this motherfucker cheated on Kyle, not with West, like I get the whole, but like separately, holy ball sacks. What, like this chick, do we just take her back and shoot her? Like literally.
I know. Well, that's what I was
fuck?
thinking is that like there's only, if you don't know what you're going to do with this girl yet, you can't dump all the trash on her in one sitting because like there's certain things that she just are not recoverable.
If
So-
that's true, I'm calling her new nickname is Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know why they would follow that reaction from Bailey. It was such a pointed look too. And it was at the exact moment that she said, I would never step out on my husband. And Bailey's like it was very blatant.
But also, there was a couple moments of Ben and Bailey where I was like, you guys
don't hate each other anymore.
You guys are doing some bullshit.
That's
like,
what I'm saying. Like, I wonder if you go into these reunions and just go like, I'm going to light you up in a second, but like,
full on. And Levi's on board.
yeah.
She's not going to say anything, but go.
She's not going to say anything, but she's going to give some stern like,
Mm-hmm. And we're going to get him on camera.
yeah. And we're both dressed in
And
green.
then she's going to
dresses.
leave.
And we're Kyle's girls.
Yeah,
or Carl's
totally.
girls.
We're Carl's girls. Carl's
Maybe
angels.
Kyle's now, too.
We're Carl's
Yeah.
angels.
Okay, so this chicken fry girl. Listen, I don't have an issue with
This
her.
chicken fry
My-
girl,
li-
we're not
this
we get a
little
little
chicken fry.
respect on her name.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have a big issue with her. I've always found her quite entertaining, but
She's
I
funny.
do love what a shitty friend she is to Wes Wilson.
Love it.
Yeah.
Because
Because she probably
like,
knew he was a shithead.
Well, didn't
No,
because he tried to make out with her on New Year's or some shit, like 2 New Year's ago.
Oh, that's true.
and
That's
then he
true.
was like, "I made out with the brown chicken fried." She's like, "Bitch, we didn't make out. You were
No,
drunk and
this
tried
is
to kiss me,
actually-
dummy."
Dude, this is so
And
funny.
they were
Wes, all
friends.
of your
Yep.
comeuppance is happening like at one time, it seems like. Because like, if Chicken Fry's your friend, she's not. which
I think they were,
which we
and
love
they
that for
ruined
you.
it.
We love that for us.
Yeah.
But like, who would go and tell like the biggest mouth in media something that's like a secret of your friends that's literally like life altering, like can change your destiny in love, finance, career. Like she just said that thing, and like because literally that's where I think this thing finally revved up, like where
100%.
it was. Like they were already denying it. I think that Ciara and Amanda were maybe going back and forth on things. And I don't think that they had any real proof. I don't know what's up with this video. They never mentioned it. It was in leaked audio. Like we waited until the very end to see like maybe it'll come up at some point. They never mentioned the video about possibly somebody that lives in the building or across the street from the building videoed inside and caught West and Amanda boning.
Citizen journalists.
Yeah. And then it's like, why wouldn't they say that? Well, the only thing that we can come up with is that it was sort of an illegal privacy. It's I mean they were
It's
filming
pornography
people.
if it's distributed.
Yeah,
It's illegal.
but like even to talk about it, and it might almost just be that they weren't going to dignify someone doing an act like that.
Yeah.
Because then it's like other people are like, oh, I'm going to follow around Kyle and what's her
Which
name?
I do appreciate. That's up.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I'm not saying you can't do that to people. It's just,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. But in this moment, you realize that like sometimes people do get the friends that they deserve. And all these other, like all your good friends are dropping like flies. But I'm sure Chicken Fry will have you back because she's been talking shit on this nonstop on her podcast. So like they kind of just like deserve each other. Like you're gonna need to hold on to her because you really don't have that many friends left.
But also,
Are you talking about West?
Yeah.
from what I know about her, which is very little, she really is incredibly candid.
Yeah.
She dishes about everything, whether it's her own personal life. I guess she had some very crappy traumatic experience with him.
You guessed? Like we didn't talk about it for 4 hours?
That's right. We talked about it for 4 hours. I forgot that. It all blends together at some point. Who can say? And so when I was listening to her talk about this, I mean, she was saying everything.
Yeah.
And that's what they should have come with at the reunion. Learn from your friend.
No, they should have brought chicken fry out. They
That's
should have
right.
seen
Here's my
this coming.
representative.
Yeah.
Well, you know when someone wins an Oscar and they're like, "Oh, Marlon Brando couldn't make it tonight, but here's his representative." It's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
they couldn't make it tonight, but here's chicken fry." Point being,
Not that chicken fry is not candid. Brianna is very candid and has a podcast and whatever. But that dude like tried to strong arm her into signing an NDA after they broke up.
Yeah.
And that's what made her
snap.
lose her shit.
Which
and be
I
like,
good for
"Bitch."
you, girl. My point with that is she's been very candid. She's incredibly forthright with things. I'm not some big fan, so I don't listen to be able to fact check. But she comes off incredibly authentically from the little that I've listened to her. I don't for 1 second think that Brianna Chicken Fry is lying. Do you know who I do think for 1 second? For half a second? For all the seconds is lying?
Yeah.
Ciara.
These other two ding dongs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right,
Not
right.
Ciara.
Yeah.
West and Amanda. Speaking of lying liars who lie, we're now getting into the mija of it all.
Mija.
This is where West really goes off the rails lying,
Oh
and
my
it's
God,
just
so
embarrassing.
sad. This is the scene that brought me to like, I think that he needs Amanda more than ever to
Sorry, I
get
didn't
himself
realize
like,
you were
you
empty.
can't get yourself out of what you did, but you can prove to be another way with another person, and people might entertain the idea of he just needed to find the right one, because there are a lot of people out there that are just like old school and are just like, he just, yeah, if you give away the milk for free, whatever. Like he just didn't like that. That was just.
I don't know anyone who's not getting free milk in 2026. That's all I'm saying.
No, I know. I think that this, I don't think that people understand like, just like the psychology of like
A sociopath?
watching. Well, no, but like how easy it is to get an audience back. Like it really just takes like a few really smart moves. Like it's actually very sad because of, like I said, we can all look back and remember when West was a piece of shit and then he did an interview and it changed. I mean, I can't tell you that I'd never seen anything like it before. The comment section was a new day in one interview about trans kids and drag, and like I'm just like whatever. Like he was an ally after that, and that's all he was after that, and everybody was back in.
It is interesting though, because Daryl Hannah wrote that great op-ed in the New York Times when the whole love story thing was airing, and she said Jackie used to say to her, "Don't worry about what's written in the paper, because what's written in today's paper is going to be lining basically tomorrow's trash can the next day or whatever." And that was kind of true, a while ago. But now in the digital age, everything lives on forever. So even we were looking something up the other day, and what was it, Mike? You looked it up and we said, what do you think is the first thing that pops up after this person's name? Do you remember?
Oh, cheat.
Yeah, it was something about cheating.
It was, what's his name? It was Janet's husband.
Yes. We said, did Janet's husband, and
Yeah.
the first thing was cheat on her.
Yeah.
So it's like these things do have a bit more stick-to-itiveness, I guess.
No, they do, but we won't care though.
Yeah.
Because we'll just go, oh, because we saw that and we're like, oh, remember that? It wasn't like, this is still on the internet, like that lady at my salon that was like, it's still on the internet, must be true. I checked.
right.
I'm so glad you're here to let you know. All we need to see is like literally they could stage something. They could pay a guy to fall off his bike, and then we get a shot from across the street of Wes Wilson putting down all of his stuff to help this guy on his bike, and then someone steals Wes' backpack, and we'll be like, oh my God, remember that guy from somewhere else you told? Like people, like it's embarrassing how quickly we can all just like, we just shift to like whatever is happening in that moment. You don't have to forget. And like, listen, there are people like you that will remember forever and ever and ever. Amen. But like, you will still see something because you're an empathic, you're a sensitive person.
Yeah.
So you would see that and be like, that sucks. Like, look, and he stayed. Oh my God, that's another guy's camera. It's darker out. He's just been sitting with this guy waiting for the ambulance to come. Like that's like literally all it would take. And then we'd hear the next day that like Wes is maybe going to be on such and such next year. And you'd be like,
I guess I'll tune in.
I mean, I guess I'll do it. Yeah, like you wouldn't be back on his train, but like he can work again.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's embarrassing to think about how riled we can be one day and how it literally takes.
There are
nothing.
some people though that do go away because there's no palette for them anymore.
Yeah.
There's a term called sports washing, and it usually has to do with like countries moving into a sport and putting a bunch of money in it.
Yeah.
Countries that need to distract from something, perhaps. But it also, the term kind of goes over into athletes who have done something and then won a championship or two, and you're like, yeah, that's the greatest guy ever.
Yeah.
He wasn't last year before he won a championship. But yeah, it's the reputation laundering, recency bias, the halo effect. West Wilson is a master of those things.
Yeah.
He'll win his version of a championship, and get everybody back. He's a master at that.
Well, he's not a master at the next segment. That's all I have to say because
Pivot.
well, because we gotta get into the next section.
Wait, should we do the?
Well, no, we have okay, hold on. We have all of the Miha shit.
Listen, then we might just have to do it because I want to get something up like at 2 a.m.
And this Miha stuff is gonna be a big ass drop. So
Yeah. So we're going to cut now so I can actually get you guys something before the sun comes up, maybe for some of you. It'll just be coming up for most of you, but
always thinking about the people.
we're here for the people.
Yeah, speaking of
Hawaii
people, like, hype, subscribe, and tell an amiga or amigo.
Yeah. Yeah. And be good people.
Yeah, and be good people.
Or don't. I don't care.
I do. I deeply care.
You don't have to be. Just watch. Watch when you're doing bad stuff.